But we're never really talking about the running, are we? Yay! And this is HRH, Her Royal Highness, the Baby Violet. Baby Violet doesn't believe in sleeping, and she hasn't been doing it at nighttime, kind of like me in my 20s, only way more painful for everyone around her. Anyway, I know, sleep is amazing, and you need to get on the sleep train. Sleep train! Yeah, so the first thing I want to talk about today is everyone in my monthly plans through Another Mother Runner. I write up, I have a monthly plan that it's training plan with like my deep thoughts about whatever. And the workouts for this month are named after my two favorite horror movies. And when I sat down and tried to break down what it is I love about these horror movies, I know your daddy feels the same way, Violet. Daddy doesn't like scary things. Daddy doesn't like... This is why I haven't seen Hereditary yet, because I love Alex Fleming, but I live with Alex Fleming, and Alex Fleming is not about to watch Hereditary with me. I couldn't even get him to watch The Babadook, and I didn't think that was that scary. But the thing I like about horror movies, in general, is that they, in order to work really effectively, they have to be smart. Either they play with things that we take for granted, like our five senses, at least sight and sound. They have to be decently well written. Either the plot lulls you into being bored or puts you in a familiar place and then shocks you, or it just needs to be really smart. And when horror is done correctly and it's really smart, a terrific example of this is Get Out. It plays on existing biases. It plays on those gaps. Neil Gaiman says it really brilliantly in a short story of his where he says that whenever there's a gap, our mind will fill in those gaps with total lies in order to make us feel safe, even in incredibly dangerous situations. Andy's right. So I was discussing this earlier with Digital Suze. I said the first time I watched Goodnight Mommy, one of my favorite horror movies, I watched this not long after I became a mother, and I watched it the whole way through, and wasn't terribly impressed until I got to the end, and then everything really clicked into place for me, and I got super excited.
Daddy told me to stay with you till he came up to take my temperature.
Okay, can you sit over there, please?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, the thing that I said sit.
Okay.
Let's start with that. Thank you. Okay. So the thing that I liked so much about Goodnight Mommy when I got to the ending, and my take is different than most of the other takes I've read on the internet. I got so excited after seeing it, I had to go back and watch the whole movie a second time. The way I read that ending was you realize that the brother was dead, and you realize that the brother that was still alive is the one that killed him. You realize that that was the impetus that totally destroyed not just her life, but the marriage. And here she is trying to support herself and this child that is without a doubt totally, probably crazy before he set the fire that killed his younger brother. And the reason I'm convinced that's the case is because at the end when the house caught on fire and you saw the mother walk out, you could see this was his part of his plan, that they would all be reunited with the real mother, back with their real mother, the mother that was there before the fire, before she changed towards him. And his brother would be there, so basically they're all dead. And throughout the whole movie you're led like, what a selfish woman. Oh my gosh, who has cosmetic surgery? And my take on it was maybe she'd been planning it a little bit before all of this happened. I think that those photos that we saw early on, those were not taken before the photos that looked like she was getting ready for surgery. I think those were professional headshots, because remember, she was a professional broadcaster. I think those were old headshots, and they were trying to restore her face. I think she was in the fire too that got her brother, that killed the other twin brother. And so there she is coming home, having been repaired by whatever happened that killed one of her sons, to live with and raise the other son away from everybody else until she kind of got her brain around what was going on, rather than like throwing him under the bus and sending him effectively to prison for the rest of his life. So that's my take. Is she wasn't the selfish mother. She was maybe using questionable judgment by protecting her child, but she was putting his freedom before even her own safety. So that's my take on it. And that's why I thought it was brilliant, because everything up to this movie was leading you to believe that she was a bad mother, because that was playing with all of our preconceived notions of what a good mother should be. And good mothers don't get plastic surgery. Good mothers don't worry about their looks. Good mothers would totally live in a disfigured body in the middle of the woods with a murderous son, because that's what good mothers do. Crazy. Anyway, so that's my take on Goodnight Mommy. Now, 7:02. We're a little bit late. Digital Suze, if you have any response to that, feel free to toss it in the chat. But I get it if you need some time to process it all. Those are a whole lot of deep thoughts on top of each other. The baby Violet is not looking happy, guys, and I don't think she's going to want to sleep. So, good job, Cheyenne, though. Good job. On top of the roller, hands down. Booty up. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! You want to set her loose? 4, 5, 6. You're such a good sister. Yay! 7.
Say hi,
You want to come stand over here?
Say hi, Mommy.
8, 9.
Hi, Mommy.
10.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Let's get her away from that edge. I'm afraid you're gonna. Yeah, there we go. Yay! Say hi, everybody. Hi, Mommy. Hi, baby bud. Mwah! Watch your toes. 1, 2, 3,
Let's do it.
4,
How about you want to walk? You want to walk?
6, 7. Let's walk. 8. Yay, baby Violet!
She walked all the way around.
What a big girl.
It's
1, 2, 3. Watch her, don't let her roll in. 4.
Oh.
5.
I get you. Thank you.
1,
For your wings.
2,
Stop drop.
3, 4.
Welcome to the chat room.
Has anyone said anything?
No,
7.
nothing.
Can you read what's at the bottom left corner of the screen?
7 viewers.
Nice. Good job reading, baby girl. Yay!
What are 7 viewers?
Means there are 7 people watching.
7 people.
Uh-huh.
Are they doing it too?
Yes. Ask them.
Are you guys doing it too?
Phone rolling.
Are you foam rolling too? Just like MK?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'll wait until something says up there.
Shane, can you grab her?
Oh, of course.
I don't want to hurt her fingers. Whoops.
Super bad.
Oops. That's my book, Shane.
Sorry.
Remember, small steps, she's a baby.
I am doing small steps.
Oh, I know.
Teeny weeny steps.
Teeny weeny steps.
Super soapy bath time. Super mom
super helpful. The poor baby doesn't feel good.
Good girl.
Can I keep helping?
Alright, come on, baby girl. Let's go.
RJ?
Yeah, Daddy was helping him set the ghost traps.
I did.
Good job, Daddy.
I don't know. I miss phone rolling.
Yeah, it's okay. You gonna sit?
Yes.
Okay, help me count. Feet up.
1, 2,
Feet up. There we go.
3, 4, 5, 6. What's this? 7. It's like bouncing. 8.
It's collapsing. You're gonna get hurt.
9. 10. And 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, here we go. It's the last one. The grand finale one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, big helper. You want to tell them about the ghost traps?
Yes. The ghost traps.
Look in the camera. No. Okay.
It says, my favorite, the back heart.
Oh man, yeah, the back feels so good. I didn't sleep right last night, and I don't know if you can hear the pops that went through my back, but that felt amazing.
Then tell them about the ghost traps.
Tell them about the ghost traps, RJ.
I'm so afraid to, because it's just a phone. Why are you afraid of a phone? I'm not afraid of the phone. I don't like when people speak to me. They're not going to speak to you. There's
talk
going
to
to be
them.
questions on here. It says, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Cheyenne, you're such a good helper and moderator. That's pretty close, guys. Shh, let's be calm. Everyone say night night, baby Violet.
Nana, baby Violet.
All right,
Read
sit over
the
there.
words. Read the words.
Read what words?
Cheyenne, can you read the words on it? All it says is my favorite, the back heart. Hello.
People aren't feeling chatty tonight, and that's understandable. They had long runs today. They're tired.
1,
Whoa, Cheyenne, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
2. It's not me.
Oh, sorry, RJ, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay. Guys, can I get up, please? Let's get up. Read. Now, silly boy. Now, can you look in that camera and say, you are coached, you are loved, you're winning at life. You're coached, you are loved, you're winning at life. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for more fun. Well, actually, no, I'll see you at 5 o'clock for Ask the Coach. Yay, Ask the Coach. Yay, Ask the Coach. Too much, too much, too much. Indoor voice, stand up. Stand up. I mean it. Stand up.
Ready to go down to the...
I'm ready to go, Ben.
Carry me.
Can't carry, but I'm really tired.